So, I was thinking to myself the other day, sounding just doesn't give me that sick thrill it used to. I should find a new way to torture myself. This is every single movie added to the National Film Registry. Today we start with a favorite of mine, The Wizard of Oz from 1939, added to the registry in 1989. This movie almost doesn't need an intro, so unless you're some kid shitting his skibbity toilet jammies, here's a very basic plot synopsis. Farm girl Dorothy wants to go somewhere not so monotonous as the farm she lives in, and sing songs about a place far, far away. Pretty soon a tornado comes through and fucks up her house. She then gets conked on the head, and winds up in the magical land of Oz. But not that Oz. The classic Oz. The Oz your World War II great-granddad and your Vietnam-era grandpa grew up on. The Oz where you actually get midgets to play the Munchkins, and one of the Lannisters aren't trying to corner the market on midget rolls. Shit happens and Dorothy's house falls on somebody. She gets accused of manslaughter, and the person that she kills is...
Killed my sister. Who killed the Witch of the East?
She's given magical MacGuffin slippers that the Wicked Witch of the West wants. In fact, she wants them so bad that she's going to hunt down Dorothy and try to kill her to get those magical MacGuffin slippers back.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
Having a demonic abomination to God chasing her freaks her the fuck out, so Dorothy asks Glenda how the fuck she can get back to her rural farm life of 1939. So now she has to go on a magical quest with her dog to get back to the glorious rural farmland of the 1930s. Along the way, she meets three guys, a scarecrow, a tin man, and a homosexual. Together they meet some huckster named the Wizard.
California.
No, not that wizard. And they must go kill... in order to get back home. Together they go to... his house. Holy shit, Scarecrow's packing that heat. Anyways, they make it to her place and accidentally splash water on her, killing her. Melts and the gang go back to the huckster. The wizard.
California.
Only to be told, LOL, I don't fucking know what I'm doing, let's try flying away in that balloon. Turns out Mr. Wizard...
California.
No, not you. Sucks at tying knots, and the balloon floats away without Dorothy. But... big prank time! Ariana Grande fucking lies to this dumbass farm girl and just says, yeah, you know, you could have left whenever, but you had to learn a lesson about appreciating what you have or some shit. Anyway, click your heels 3 times and say these words and you can go home. Dorothy does it, but then a bigger shocker. It was all a whimsical dream. So that was The Wizard of Oz. This movie is actually a lot better than how I described it. The songs are timeless, and the movie itself, I personally think, transcends generations and... unites the different age groups under this banner of touching nostalgia and purity of heart that really touches all our inner children. But in a sentimental way, not like a P. Diddy way.
Good morning. Can see in your room. Hey, stop screaming. Hey, it's just me, P. Diddy.
Anyway, the effects for the time were great. The scenes where the Wicked Witch fucking explodes and teleports away is pretty metal. Plus the flying monkeys look scary as fuck. And how it was one of the few flicks back then to be in color is also a huge revolution on how we create and perceive movies. So a lot of films owe this movie a lot. Of course, this movie, like most movies, has its share of controversy, from how the producers and directors treated the lead star Judy Garland to the original Tin Man getting nearly killed due to the original paint being something he was allergic to, so on and so forth. The thing that's nice about this movie is, past all of its ill behind-the-scenes shenanigans, is a film that actually helped pave the way, not only for cinema to improve and expand with how they're made, but for people in general. For my last example, I want to bring up Oz's connection to the gays. You see, a lot of gay people saw a metaphorical stance to the movie that, like most great movies, wasn't there in the director's or even the original author's intent. But the more you look at a piece of media or a piece of art, the more you can find ways to identify it and completely reconstruct the original work into another perspective, giving it a whole new form of life. The metaphorical stance most LGBT people seem to agree upon is that the transition from the sepia-tone 1940s farm to a very bright and colorful land of Oz is a sort of freeing scene. Dorothy being the catalyst for gay, trans, and lesbian people coming through this drab door from a normal world into something more bright and hopeful really speaks to people in that community as an eye-opening moment in which they felt that they should have been brave enough to come out of the closet. There's more to it, but that should be for a different video that's mainly focused on it. I just wanted to show that this movie speaks to everybody in every walk of life. I can definitely see why this was the first movie added to the registry, as it's an almost timeless classic. I say almost because as time goes on, less and less kids and even adults have admitted to seeing this movie simply because it's old and boring. It's a real shame people are slowly losing interest in movies that don't need explosions or special effects in their face 24/7, because they tend to miss out on things that not only can bring a movie more intellectual discussion to the table, but also be analyzed and find new meanings in. The good news is that not all of these movies will be forgotten to time and dismissed as an outdated joke. It can survive, however, especially thanks to the Film Registry, keeping copies of these movies alive for decades to come. Overall, the movie is a solid 10. I mean, it's The Wizard of Oz, what the fuck did you expect? This is also a good start to the list of, let me see here. 900 films? Son of a bitch!